You update everything now. Your phones, your apps, your cars, your faces, even your morals. Every time I blink, you're changing something. Fixing what was never broken. Replacing what once worked fine. Calling everything old. Irrelevant. But I need you to hear me. Because I'm not just your country. I'm your foundation. And everything doesn't need an update. Some things were built to last. Some values don't expire with software cycles. Some truths don't change just because culture shifts. I look at your declaration. The ink has faded, but the words still burn. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. You don't need to rewrite that. You need to remember it. You've mistaken progress for purpose, change for wisdom, novelty for truth. You chase the newest thought like it's gold, then throw away your elders like trash. But the old man with calloused hands still knows things Google can't teach, and the grandmother sitting in silence holds more wisdom than your trending tabs. You update your feeds, but ignore your roots. You've upgraded your voice, but lost your conscience. You've improved your tech, but weakened your touch. You don't write letters anymore. You send hearts. You don't talk. You tap. You don't listen. You scroll. But I remember a time when words meant something, when promises weren't edited, when love didn't need Wi-Fi, and a handshake was as binding as a signature. Some things weren't meant to be redesigned. They were meant to be respected. Honor, integrity, self-control, family, faith. You keep asking, what's the next version of us? But maybe what you really need is to return to version 1. You think if something's not shiny, it must be useless. If something's not trending, it must be outdated. But the most important things in this life don't come with updates. They come with roots. And roots don't move. They hold you in place. When everything else is spinning, there's beauty in the old, in slow mornings and handwritten notes, in quiet prayers and long walks, in stories passed down, not streamed. Everything doesn't need an update. Some things need restoration. Some things need to be preserved, not patched. Like truth, like honor, like love. Real love doesn't need filters. Real connection doesn't need 5G. Real freedom doesn't need rebranding. I know it's tempting to move fast, to believe newer is always better. But don't confuse speed with direction. Don't confuse noise with clarity. Don't confuse upgrades with growth. You weren't made to be software. You were made to be souls. You were made to stand, not just swipe, to build, not just consume, to remember, not just react. So slow down. Look up. Ask yourself, what have I replaced that I never should have changed? Maybe it's time you stop updating and start returning, because I've been waiting for you to come home, not to the America of politics or power, but to the America of meaning, of memory, of mission. You don't need to start over. You need to remember who you were before the noise, before the screens, before everything had a version number. Everything doesn't need an update. Sometimes it just needs to be held close, understood, and honored, like a flag passed down, a song sung quietly, a promise whispered to the wind. I'm still here, and so are you. So let's not rewrite everything. Let's restore what matters before it disappears for good.